Hello. Hello. Am I forgetting anything? Probably. I usually am. But, yeah, hi. Hello. Hello. Decided it's been a while since I did Lovely Planet, so I'm starting with Lovely Planet. Afterwards? Who fucking knows? I haven't thought ahead that far. Still tired, believe it or not. Slightly less tired than yesterday, but I probably got about the same amount of sleep. Yeah, let's just get into the game, because this is a pretty easy game to talk over. I'll do the fucking name reading afterwards, or kanji reading afterwards. It's not like I can actually fucking read anyways. Dude, where are we going? Anyways, I'm tired. Yeah, I got about the same amount of sleep that I did yesterday, but I didn't go to work, so I'm a little bit less tired, but still tired. I actually had some pretty... I think it was food poisoning. I was pretty nauseous yesterday, though. I'm gonna assume it was food poisoning. What? I forget how to play this game. Does that kill? Yes. Also, wait, who the fuck are you? He just disappears. What's going on? Whatever. Yeah, I was pretty nauseous, so I had a decently hard time sleeping. And then, how do you play this fucking shit again? Does that guy, like, reappear when I'm far away, or... Yay! Maybe this wasn't the best thing to start out with. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing anymore. What?! I'm confused. Whatever. Yeah, so I was nauseous. That's step one. Step two... today is Xbox Day. I mean, I'll talk about the customer, I guess. At lovely GameStop Gamer Zone yesterday, there was one particularly persistent customer that, really wanted an Xbox. And, like, at first, I wasn't even sure what they were asking for, because, like, okay, so it's like it's a slightly elderly lady. And I missed. Dude. I'm not sure how I like not being able to see in this game. It's typically not my favorite feature in most games, but yeah. So she was on the older side for sure, and she got scammed. She got scammed by an advertisement someone had put out that said, "Hey, you cash at me $700, and I'll give you an Xbox Series X." Which, she's old, so I'm not gonna say, like, wow, you really should have thought of that. But, like, the console wasn't even out yet at the time that she cashed out $700. So, I mean, already, like, is she expecting that she's purchasing a stolen console? Like, I just don't know. Whatever. I'll just assume that she didn't know what she was doing, which is probably the case. But she got scammed out of $700, as you are wont to do as an elderly. And, what? What is the accuracy? Oh, I'm not fast enough. Are you fucking kidding me? No, go back. Go back. Go back. I can't fucking exist on this planet unless I have 3 stars. Oh my god, I suck, though. Accuracy is not feeling it today. So yeah, she the first introduction, like literally as soon as I walked into work yesterday, I was dealing with a customer that my lovely manager Drake had accidentally misled, which wasn't that big of a deal. Oh my fucking god, what do you require from me? What do you want? How fast do I need to be here? Yeah, Drake had told the customer that we had some games that we didn't actually have because it said it in our system, but our system was wrong. So, whatever, she was a little bit upset that she had gone all the way into the mall and we didn't have what she wanted, which is understandable. So I was trying to help her out best I could and find her the GameStops that do have what she wants, but in the middle of searching... I get a phone call, you know, from the GameStop phone, and this lady won't stop talking about how she got scammed, and it was not very apparent what she was actually asking for. So at the time, Drake was, like, going to get lunch or something. He shows back up in the store, and I'm like, you know, here's the phone. I'm dealing with a customer in store. You know, you can take the phone. So he took the phone, and he handled whatever the rest of that conversation must have been like. But apparently, the lady was just asking for an Xbox Series X. So, fine. You know, that's not something we can just give. It's first come, first serve. And at the time, we weren't even supposed to say that we had any. That was not supposed to be announced until the end of the day. So, you know, we gave her the answers of, we don't know if we're going to have any, and if we do have any, it's first come, first serve, right? She was not having it, but Drake just, you know, pushed forward and ended the conversation because there's nothing else we could really do. Drake leaves, because he was only staying until, like, 2 or something. I don't fucking remember. No, he was staying until 5. My brain is broken. But yeah, he was staying until 5. So his shift ended, he left. Pretty much as soon as he leaves, the elderly lady and her son walk into the store and start saying, you know, what can we do to get this console? And I tell them the only thing I can tell them, which is, it's first come, first serve. Now, earlier, another guy had already walked in and was like, yo, I'm here to camp out for the Xbox. Just assuming we were going to have some, which is a fair assumption, because we're the mall store. But, yeah, so we already had one guy camping out, and, you know, I told the lady, nice staircase, I told the lady, hey, your only chance of getting this console is, if you camp out. We've already got one person camping out, and, you know, obviously at this time, I knew how many consoles we had, but I couldn't tell them, but I was like, we've already got one person camping out, so, you know, it's up to you if you want to stay, and, you know, see how many consoles we have towards the end of the night, because we were supposed to put, like, a piece of paper on the door at the end of the night. But that's all I can do for you, right? You have to camp out. I can't reserve a console for you. That's the end. And she kept answering with, oh, no, 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 no. We know you can't hold one for us. We know you can't hold one for us. But she still wouldn't leave. Like, and she wasn't going to camp out. She kept making a deal, like a big deal, out of how frail she was and how she fucking, like, broke her knees walking up the stairs to get to the second floor where we were, and I'm just like, dude, I'm not gonna get fired over this, you know? So yeah, I just told them, hey, either you or your son here has to stay overnight, and that's, like, the only thing that can guarantee you get a console. And it's not even a guarantee, because I couldn't tell them how many we had, right? So the son was like, yeah, I'll stay. He was totally down for it. He was like, I'll stay. I'm just going to get some food real quick and then I'll come back, but I'll stay. So I was like, fine, fuck it, sure. If he's gonna stay, he's gonna stay. Go ahead. He's like, oh, I already said it. He was gonna go get some food, so I was like, fine, sure, leave. He left, never came back. Never. How am I supposed to shoot this apple? I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit flooded by the game, because, it picked up the heat a little bit harder than I thought it would right off the bat. I had forgotten how difficult I left it. Dude, like, I can't even fucking see this apple because of the fog. I just have to do, like, a blind fire where I think it's going to be... God, my mouse hit my keyboard there. So they never came back, right? And, you know, I had already started telling people, like, we are going to know how many consoles we're going to have at the end of the night, so I would... Hello. I had already started telling people that they could, if they wanted to find out, call me towards the end of the night, and, I would tell them how many we have. I was telling them we're not going to get the message. Which is not true. I mean, we already knew how many we were going to have. But I was telling people we're going to get a message towards the end of the night that tells us how many consoles we're going to have, and then I could tell you. So, they called, again, towards the end of the night, like it was past closing time, Like I said, the guy never came back. But at that point, I did say, hey, we have 2 Series X's and 1 Series S, I believe. And he was like, okay, well, can I still go in to camp out? And at this point, I had figured out that, no, mall security does not let you camp out in the mall, which I wasn't sure of because the mall where I work also has a hotel in it, so I know it's kind of weird, but it's a fucking huge mall. So I wasn't sure what the rules were. The guy who originally showed up to start camping out just got a hotel room. Because he said that he had been to the hotel at the mall before, and there is, like, open mall access from the hotel. So he was like, you know, worst case scenario, security comes and I just go to my hotel room. Which is, you know, sick for that guy. He had it all figured out. So I told the lady's son over the phone, like, the only way you're going to get back in the mall is if you book a hotel room, and I'm not even sure if they'll book you a hotel room this late, but he just said he wasn't going to do that and was going to show up as early as possible. So yes, he showed up as early as he could, and he was 3rd in line, which, you know, we can safely assume that the first 2 were going to get Series X's, and they were going to be left with a Series S, which who knows if they would have been satisfied with that, but all I know is I was woken up at, like, exactly 9 a.m. with a phone call from my boss, informing... What are these fucking platforms up there? Are those just bonus? Are those just, like, visual? Just for fun? Platforms just for fun? Yeah, I was woken up with a phone call, so that's the end of that fucking story. It was a mess. I don't know if they lied or something. I think it was just Drake had seen the guy there and saw that I had left a note, because they were also super insistent that I leave a note for Drake, because I was like, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. It's just going to be Drake, which they did not like Drake because he had, like, rushed them off the phone earlier, because, like, there was nothing he could have done for them. So they didn't like Drake. I left them a note, just so that there was some fucking, you know, semblance of me still in the store, even if I wasn't going to be able to help them out. Like, there was nothing I could have done in the first place. Even if I was still in the store, I would have just been like, yeah, you're 3rd, so you get the Series S, buddy. That's what you get. But for some reason, they thought that I was some godsent here to save them, which I really wasn't. I was literally doing just, like, all that I could do, which was not a lot. Am I doing this awkwardly? Like, could I... What if I don't skip? I think going around that corner just made things slower. Like, I'm going out of my way. Oh my god. It feels better, though. Because I can get this bullet out of the way faster, but goddamn, the times are so much more restrictive in this one. I could also just run away from this bullet to the left of me there. Oh god. I'm gonna need a, like... Oh, can I reach? I think I might be able to reach this higher mountain bit. I can barely reach it, and I can't really jump off of it, so I don't think that's actually helpful. I actually died to spikes there? Really? So that was the first disturbance. Well, I guess the first disturbance was nausea, which I already mentioned. Then I got a call at 9 a.m. explaining that no, I had not promised them a console or anything. I'd literally just done, like, bare minimum, honestly. And, I guess he was probably just thrown off by the note. But then also yard people came today, so, like, I was dealing with lawnmowers throughout, like, the next 3 hours of my existence. This is fucking really difficult. If I don't care about accuracy, it's not that difficult, but that doesn't really get me anywhere, as you can tell. Woo! Oh, fuck, I was so fast I forgot the apple was there. Because normally it's, like, visible on the ground by that point. No, dude. I think that's the strat, though. Oh, God. No, fucking he missed. What do you want me to do about that? Oh god, I almost just ran straight in the fucking goop. Fuck, dude! Last shot! I'm not feeling, my mouse position today. It feels too close to my keyboard. Like, I never have any, like, desire for a half keyboard, except when I'm playing this game. I'm like, yeah, a half keyboard would actually be pretty fucking nice. So that I don't have to worry about, it getting in the way of my right hand. Wow. Didn't think that would work. Thank you. That should be 3-star. Thank fucking god, the delay on that was too long. Oh god, this is worse than I thought it would be. Good lord. Okay. I was really expecting to just kind of, like, ease on into it again. Hello? What do you fucking do? Oh, shit. What are you doing? That was a different death than the last one. I think the first one was, yeah, an apple somewhere that was out of vision. Oh, fuck. Is that like a man that I can kill if I shoot ahead of time? Oh, well, helps to aim at him. I don't understand the invisible men. Oh, how am I so off every time? And no, he just doesn't exist. Oof. Fuck, dude. I hate the gravity in this game. If there's anything that feels really, really bad movement-wise, it's the fact that, like, when you walk off a ledge, you have infinite gravity. Like, it is so sticky to the floor. Yikes, that was really bad. Oh, nice. Jump scares. Why do I keep fucking shooting at the meme man? He's not real. Yeah, nice accuracy. I can aim. Gotta shoot earlier on that one. Well, that's how my morning's been. Yesterday was just kind of a mess. The guy who camped out first was super nice, though. He was offering to buy me dinner because he was going to get dinner in the mall. His exact wording was like, "I'm a rich old man, just take the food," or something. But, no, I feel very strange taking a meal from a stranger. So I was like, no thank you. But he did give me cookies anyways, so, yeah, I mean, if you're giving me free fucking cookies, hell yeah, dude. And that's why I was food poisoned. Probably not. They were from the mall. Like, it was a cookie place in the mall, so I trust that he did not slip poison in the cookie. But there you go. If anyone wants to kill me, that's how you could do it. Easy peasy. I'm feeling like this is going to take the rest of my fucking life at this rate. Holy shit, dude! The amount of things that you just need to figure out by trial and error because you can't fucking see anything. Ugh. So tedious. Yes, there's the look ahead button, but I've already had like a huge fucking discussion about how I don't think that's a good excuse for bad level design. I can't accept a missed shot. Although I probably should just keep playing, even if I'm inaccurate. Oops. Because, you know, I'm gonna die to something random later in the level that I couldn't have seen. I really don't like vision things in video games, though. Like, I don't know. I feel like I guess it can be done interesting. I just feel more often than not I find it annoying, though. Like, I mean, even myself, I think the problem is, I didn't even see that as a teleporter. I think the problem is, it's just such an easy thing to do to make something harder that, people are easily drawn to it. Even if it fucking blows ass and doesn't really make for great gameplay. But, like, yeah, if you can't fucking see, things are going to be harder. So, why not? Okay, I think I did well until the fucking immediate bullet through the teleporter. I mean, that also counts as shitty vision, because, like, I don't think anybody is sight reading that shit. Like, immediate, within less than a full second, there's a homing bullet that will kill you. Yeah, stop bumping into that fence. God damn it. Aimed slightly too high on that one. I think there was also another interesting customer. I'm so bad at remembering work stories, though. Like, there were a few that I forgot to tell over the preceding days. Like, Angelo and I thinking it would be a good idea to bust into one of those ink capsules they put to protect, like, stolen merchandise. Like, t-shirts and stuff will have, like, little ink lock things that if you try and force them open, destroys, little glass vials with ink in them, so, like, you know, it's pretty easy to spot who stole the item. My girlfriend said that those were to, like, ruin the merchandise, which, to some degree, I think it would, like, it'd probably stain a little bit, but I think it's more so the fact that it, like, puts fucking ink all over the person who stole it. Like, I think it's more so a mechanism to find the thief than it is to destroy the merchandise. Because, like, if someone is, like, willingly breaking one of those capsules, I don't think they'll really care if there's ink on the shirt they're stealing. Maybe that's just me. This was really slow and sloppy, and that didn't help, but god damn it, dude. I always show up at the wrong angle, because, like, the teleporters keep your, like, what's the right way of phrasing this? They keep, like, a global facing value? I don't... Like, the angle you're looking in world space is kept when you go through the portal. So if I go through the portal backwards, I will end up backwards after the teleport. I can test that, but that's what it feels like. Let's test it. Yes. That is the way it works. Which means that, like, slight angle differences when I go through the portal make it very disorienting when I come out of the portal. Because I'll expect to be looking a certain way, but didn't realize that I was angled slightly differently than last time. Therefore ruining it. Why can't I shoot this bullet anymore? Thank you. Okay. Best attempt yet? Fuck, dude! It's just, you can't know. You can't know what's coming ahead. Unless you use the shitty look-ahead feature that I just don't respect. That actually worked? Holy shit, and I fell into spikes and got hit by a homing bullet. Turbo death. But, yeah, we spent, like... So, like, the stores aren't that busy most of the time. Did that? Oh, that did kill him. Awesome. The stores aren't that busy on weekdays. Not super busy. On weekends, it gets pretty busy, but... Yeah, like, no one's going to the mall at, 8 p.m. on a weekday. No one I want to hang out with, at least. Yo. Thanks for the resub, dude. Accidental resub. The best kind. I'm glad that you're vocalizing the fact that if you had the choice, you wouldn't have. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, there was another interesting group that showed up yesterday, like very close to closing time. This dude was freaking the fuck out over the size of the mall. And like, it's a big mall, but the one who was freaking out the most was from New York City, I think. And I'm like, dude. Like, New York City has some fucking big-ass retail locations. Understood, Zam. I keep 0 subs going, so I can't really blame you. But yeah, I don't know, man. Weird energy rolling off of these two guys who were adamant about how I need to make an Instagram to make millions. And they kept talking about how they're fucking touring the world. But I asked locations they had been to, and all of them were in the US. And I was like, oh, so where are you going next then? And it was a list of more states in the US. And I'm like, wow, pretty localized world you guys have. Pretty localized world. Nice 3-star. Oh, nice level! Lots of fun to play the video game. Dude, I don't even know what killed me there. Oh, I probably just missed the bullet. You get some interesting people who show up at the late hours of the mall. It's typically foreigners. Not in a weird way. Like, I would count those guys as foreigners, too. Foreigner to Texas. Who don't know the closing hours of the mall. Tourists is a better term than foreigner, I guess. But yeah, that's like the only person who's staying that late into the night. Are people unaware that it is imminent closing time. But some people just don't fucking leave. It's still not the worst kind of guest. Like, you know, I can deal with people walking in. In fact, those are pretty fine customers to have. Like, I would prefer a customer like that than the constant parents just leaving their children alone in the mall. That's pretty rough. Like, GameStop really is seen as a fucking daycare for a lot of parents in the mall. Like, that is not what we're here for, buddy. We're here to sell Funko Pops and Pro memberships. And speaking of selling Pro memberships and children, I got so upset at these two kids that, like a few days ago, it was Angelo and I. And, you know, first they came up to me. They handed me a $25 PlayStation Network card. Which, most of the time, for anyone who has not worked at GameStop, which I imagine is most, when someone comes up with like a gift card or a PlayStation Network card, like any sort of transfer real money to digital money kind of card thing, you're probably not going to sell any sort of attachment to that. Like, basically, it looks bad for you as a retail sales worker when you get transactions like that. So, you know, those are my favorite. And also, the primary meat and butter... Wait, that's not how that... Meat and potatoes, there you go. I was gonna say bread and butter and meat and potatoes, there you go. I got there. Still tired. That's the meat and potatoes of mall stores. Isn't GameStop a dying store? Kind of. But I probably shouldn't talk about that too much, or they'll fire me. I don't think they would, but I don't know. I still rather be on the safe side of things like that. God damn it. Shoot bullet first. Shoot apple second. Because, GameStop is a little bit weird about what you can say about it if you're an employer. Or employee, I mean. Fuck, if only I was an employer. We would actually have seasonals. No offense, Drake. Dude, I fucking... This level's really hard. But back to the child. It was two kids. Probably brothers, if I had to guess. And they were buying a $25 PlayStation Network gift card. So fine. You know, I still try. I'm like, hey, You guys coming to GameStop like once or twice a year? Once or twice a day? Which is like my usual sales pitch because it's pretty fucking easy. And they said, yeah, definitely. More than once or twice a year. I was like, well, hey. If you signed up for a GameStop Pro membership today, you could be saving $5 every month. To which they were interested in, but handed me $25 and said, this is all we have, sorry. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I wasn't upset until they walked back into the store like 15 minutes later and got another $25 PlayStation Network gift card. Then I was like, alright, fine. I didn't try and sell them on the Pro membership again, because, like, I assumed they just lied about that being all the money they had, and were just not interested. Cool. They come back a third time and buy Pokemon cards. But this time, Angela is taking the transaction. And I was fine with that, because I was like, fuck it, you know? I got 2 transactions with these motherfuckers that they're obviously not going to buy anything else. Let's see how Angela handles it. The exact same sales pitch, but worse, you know, if I might say so myself. And they fucking eat it up. They're like, yeah, you know what, actually, I think I will take a Pro membership now. Very upset. Very upset. That's about, like, the biggest betrayal you can have. But, you know, I get over it. These, miniature losses on a day-to-day basis. If GameStop would actually deal in most generations, it would be fine. It would help, I think. I don't know. The amount of customers, I mean, it's possible that we don't get many customers asking for older stuff because they know that GameStop doesn't have older stuff, but the amount of customers that, at least in the mall store, because I have worked at a few other stores temporarily, just to help out, and yeah, you get a few more people asking for older stuff in those stores, but in the mall store, I think I've maybe had, like, less than 5 people over a year of working there ask if we had, like, GameCube games or something. So it really doesn't happen that often. But maybe it would if we did sell them. Maybe it would. I think the biggest thing... it's just... I don't know. I think the biggest thing is not really GameStop's fault. I think the biggest thing is, people just kind of shifting more towards online markets. And, like, you know, why would I go out to a store when I could just either digitally buy a game or fucking buy it through Amazon, you know? So, I just don't think there is that much of an existing market for physical games in the first place. Oh, fuck, dude. Forgot what was going to come next. The answer is 2 homing bullets out of nowhere. So, like, that's just the thing for this level, is... I can't even tell if there are enemies in the shadows shooting these bullets at me. It really feels like these bullets are just coming from nothing. Because 1 bullet appears, and, that's it. But maybe it's just an enemy hidden off screen that I'll come back to later or something. Fuck. I'll keep it going because... practice. I don't really think... I don't know. Do I want to talk about GameStop's fucking demise? I talk about it a lot with my coworkers. So, maybe it's okay to talk about. But... I don't really know what the right path would be. I think it definitely helps. So, like, GameStop is gearing a little bit more towards PC stuff in some stores. And that's better. It's definitely better. Because that is, like, a huge market of people who play games do only play on PC. So if there was another store that could just, you know, easily pick up a new fucking graphics card or something, I think people would be into that. But the problem is, it's just, like, that market's already been taken up by other places. Like, there are specialized stores for PC parts. And beyond that, there are, like, non-specialized stores where you can still get PC parts, like fucking Best Buy or something. So I don't know. I think it definitely helps. It definitely helps to spread out in as many applicable markets as you can, but I really don't think that there's that much that could be done to help them out. And, like, something that really, really surprised me when I started my GameStop job is I was not expecting to have to deal with phone trades. Like, I was not aware that that was something GameStop did at all. And, like, no one even likes it. So, like, I don't know. I don't want to say that all phone trades that are taken are either, like, people who would have gotten no value from it somewhere else, meaning it's like a fucking broken phone that we gave them $10 for, right? Like, yeah, people would rather have $10 than other places saying, no, we won't take that at all, I guess. Or the other situation, which I imagine, not all, but maybe a few, tech trades are stolen. I would imagine that, well, let's just say I would be surprised if you work a year at GameStop and you don't get a tech trade that you, in the back of your head, go, maybe that was stolen. Just maybe. I don't really take tech trades in the mall, but there was, like, one of the few times I worked at a non-mall store. I let the, well, he is technically the ASL. I let the ASL handle it because, you know, working at the mall, don't really have that much experience doing tech trades, so I was like, yeah, you got this, buddy. And throughout the transaction, I was like, this is a little shady. And after the transaction, I talked to him about it, and he was like, yeah, that was a little shady, but, you know, we got their information, so if it is stolen, we know how to contact him. But still, like, I don't know who... Because most people who actually care about selling their phone are not going to take it for the prices we offer. They're just not. Like, I've not handled that many tech trades, but I have handled the starts of tech trades, where people hand me the phone, and I look up how much we'll give them for it, and they say, what? No, thank you! And then they take their phone back. Like, literally, yesterday when I worked, I got a call from someone with, like, a, I don't fucking remember, it was like a Galaxy S12 something, whatever. They said it was a $1,400 phone, which I believe, and we were offering, in perfect working condition, $400 for it. Which is honestly, like, the highest I have seen a tech trade. Most of them are much, much lower than that. So I thought, when I saw the number 400, I was like, this dude's gonna be stoked. What the fuck? GameStop never offers that much. But no, he was like, you're offering $400 for a $1,400 phone? To which I was like, yep. Then he was like, okay, never mind. Which is pretty much the way most people respond. That's how it is. But, you know. I don't know. I don't understand how they profit off of it, honestly. I guess they profit off of it from, like, the few people that are okay with the god-awful prices we provide. That we actually can sell at a much higher value. It just seems weird. I don't even know what happens to them. Like, maybe I could ask, but I have no idea what happens to tech trades after we get them. We just ship them out somewhere. We obviously don't do tech trades in store, so who fucking knows what becomes of those tech trades when we get them. Not I. Not I. It's a weird place to be. I don't really see the step forward for GameStop. You know, we've theory crafted, as you are wont to do, like, it's just a pretty easy thing to talk about with coworkers, like, what is the fucking right thing to do for GameStop? I personally am just, like, I'm out of it. I don't know what the right path would be, or if there is a right path, or if there is any saving them. But, you know, I've heard a lot of things thrown out there, such as they should go back to like, having sections where people can play games in stores, which some stores have experimented with more than others. Obviously, there have been a ton of stores that have, like, demo machines, but, like, some stores went beyond that and actually just had places where you could play the games for extended amounts of times. I don't know what became of those tests, and I'm probably just misremembering how the tests went, but I know that they've got a few, like, test locations where they actually do experiment and try and think of things that work, and apparently, like, the PC stuff is also an experiment. Our store is one of the few that are actually getting PC parts, but we haven't gotten any yet. Like, GameStop does these big store resets towards the end of the season. I think it's always in October. I might be misspeaking, but I think it was October last time. It was October this time, where you basically, like, take down all, like, of everything. All marketing, all fucking displays, everything goes down and is completely rearranged, changed, mixed up with new marketing stuff. And some of our marketing for our store is the PC section, but, you know, it's been a few weeks since the reset, and we still have no PC stuff in store to actually sell. Dude, what am I doing with these 2 bullets? I'm not good enough for this. I am simply not good enough. And I missed that apple, so I would have died even if I didn't die. You're dead if you don't die, you're dead if you do die. Here I was expecting this to be a fucking variety day. Yeah, I'll just do a quick hour of Lovely Planet, finish off a level, and move on. Look at how that went. Look at how that went for me. God damn it, dude. Like, I need to get into the habit of shooting faster. Like, there are a lot of targets that I'm just letting get harder by not addressing them immediately. Like, I want to wait until I get closer so it's a more surefire shot, but that is making it a little bit more dangerous on myself. What the fuck, dude? And that's the end of the level. I didn't know where to go. I saw that there was another platform there, and god damn it. Fuck the ambient platforms that are literally just there to confuse you. Like, it's already bad enough that you have to have a look ahead button because you don't believe in your own level design. But, like, the fact that the level, or the area that I'm in, is specifically designed to make it misleading about where you're supposed to go, with the addition of fog so you can't fucking see 2 feet in front of you, and floating platforms that you usually jump on existing for no reason. In fairness, most of them are above you, but there have been a handful, like the one I just fell for before I died, that look like they could actually be the right direction. Oops. Not to mention the enemies that just appear and disappear to get you to shoot a bullet that you don't actually need to. I thought I was going to miss that guy, so I reset prematurely. Premature resetulation. What else have I been up to? Not that much, honestly. Just, fucking trying to get a good night's rest and not getting it. My girlfriend and I watched the horror film Noroi. It's a Japanese horror film. God damn it, I forgot I need to be super preemptive on that shot. I don't know what I thought about. So, like, let's preface this by saying I really don't like horror movies. Not because I find them scary, but because I find them samey. And as movies, I don't... Oh, no, are you fucking kidding me? I wasn't fast enough. I need to get 13.45. That's not bad. That's not that bad. But yeah, most horror movies honestly just fucking blow as movies. And I don't feel like that's controversial to say. The only horror movie of recent memory that I actually enjoyed, I thought that, what is it? Fucking... Is it? I want to say Cabin in the Woods, but that sounds wrong. I think it is Cabin in the Woods. I thought that was okay. Let's go. If I am thinking of the right movie, then I thought that one was okay. The only one that has stood out to me as like, holy shit, this is just a good fucking movie, is, Hereditary. Hereditary is the only horror movie that I will, like, actually say I think is a fucking phenomenal movie. It's just really well done. It's more tense than, like, any other movie I've ever seen. Hopefully I'm doing this area right, because there seems to be a lot of other pathways I could be taking here. You just have to hope. You just have to hope in this area. Wow, I need to shoot that way ahead of time. And, like, as soon as I saw that fucking apple, it was already on the ground. Like, that feels like one I really do have to just shoot into the darkness, which I hate. Let me pay more attention this time. No, I could have. You, like, barely get a glimpse of it, though. That is rough. Hereditary is a great horror movie, though. A great, just, movie in general. Like, that's what I said when I finished watching Hereditary with my girlfriend. Because she had seen it before me, because she loves horror movies. So, I think she saw it with a friend of hers. And then I was like, yeah, I'll fucking watch that. I've heard good things about it, even though I don't really like horror movies. Let's give it a shot. And, yeah, it was really fucking good. So the thing I told my girlfriend after we finished it was, I think I said specifically, that is not just a good horror movie, that is a good movie. Which she took very great offense to. But I thought, I don't know, when I said it, I was saying it as in, like, not only is that a great fucking horror movie, but that's just a great fucking movie, like an all-time classic. I think she was taking that as me, like, taking the credit out of it being a good horror movie, because, like, she wants to get me. Why I'm out of the webcam? What the fuck, dude? Why am I out of the webcam? When did that happen? Thank you, Nicholas. God damn it. I'm probably out of the webcam because I was adjusting my keyboard earlier. And these wires are a little bit tangled. The webcam wire specifically is, like, super coiled up, and I should probably fix it, but... Alright, how's that look? That's decent. Okay. Yeah, who knows how long that's been like that? Probably for a good 30 minutes, if I had to guess. But, what was I saying? Something about Hereditary. That's a good movie. Go watch it. If you have not seen it already. I think it is a worthwhile watch. I think it really sets up some very common horror tropes and twists them in a way that you wouldn't expect, and if that ain't spooky, I don't know what is. I mean, it's not really a spooky movie. I mean, you could get scared by it, I guess. But I don't know, I just thought it was an interesting movie. Like, it just has actual fucking plot points and actually kind of develops as a story, as opposed to what horror movies usually are, which is... From the very fucking start of a horror movie, you know what's going to happen. You can list every series of events, from the very start to the very end, without skipping a beat. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna say that's the case for every single fucking horror movie. Like, yeah, you might get surprised here and there. But for the most part, it's a pretty tested and... reliable formula that they keep pushing out without mixing anything up. And I'm not really one for that kind of thing, because as soon as something becomes formulaic, I'm just like, why am I watching the 13th fucking movie in the... What's that one horror, like... the cinematic horror universe of, like, Annabelle and, I don't know, there's a few other franchises they bought up or are in possession of through some means. I hate those. Those are literally... Like, those more than any are so washed out and the exact fucking thing every time. The last one of those I watched was, like, the... Not the most recent Annabelle movie, but I think, like, the start of the reboot. Because there is, like, a really old original Annabelle, from what I remember, but they rebooted it in the cinematic universe, or whatever the fuck. And, I watched that one with my mom and aunt, like, a while ago. It fucking blew, dude. It blew chunks. It, like, I'm trying to remember any story beat that happens in that movie. Well, you know, spoilers for the fucking Annabelle reboot, if you really care. My recollection of the movie is... I think it starts out with, lady is murdered with a doll. She isn't killed with the doll, but she has some fucking freaky doll, and also she is murdered. And maybe she's pregnant? I don't really remember that part of it too well, but it's not important, really. Lady gets murdered, and then later, other lady becomes in possession of same said doll that other lady had before murder. And it's a haunted one. Watch out, this is a spooky, haunted, scary doll. And then I think the only other relevant story beats are... There is a lady that she meets in a bookstore who is just, like, unreasonably helpful and accommodating, but in a way that makes no fucking sense. I fucking hate this apple. Yeah, this random, complete stranger she meets in a bookstore, first time meeting her, gives her, like, the exact fucking book she needs or whatever, and it's like some fucking book about, like, curses or something, from what I remember. I don't know, it's like a very weird book to be like, this is what you need, from recollection. The second time she meets this character, she learns her entire fucking backstory about how, I don't know, I think she, like, lost her child or something. I really don't fucking remember that well. It's just boring. It's a boring movie. And then, at the very end of the movie, I don't know, like, one fucking lady has to, who lost her child has to sacrifice... The lady in the bookstore just throws her life away, basically. She to this complete stranger that she's met 2 times, she is like, I know exactly what's going on. I've seen this kind of possession before, don't worry about it. Someone's gotta sacrifice themselves, and if anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be me. And then she sacrificed herself, and that's the end of the movie. So, yeah, don't watch that movie. Not only because I just fucking literally outlined everything that happens in it, but, like, it just sucks, you know? Like, it's a bare minimum, like, an hour and a half, and it can be summarized very easily in less than a minute. Which, like, yes, you know, that's kind of like a meme. That's kind of a meme that people do on YouTube. They'll, like, summarize stories in less than a minute. So technically you can summarize anything in less than a minute, I guess, but it's really not even hard to summarize this in less than a minute. Like, you don't even have to think of a script. Like, you could just fucking wing it like I did and get pretty close to a minute. This game is hard, I'm realizing, by the way. But pretty much every movie I have seen from that studio or whatever the fuck is making those cinematic horror movie universe shit all suck. And, like, usually rely on, like, these two cast members that are the fucking Captain America and Hulk. I could have thought of a better Avenger, probably, but the Captain America and Hulk of the horror cinematic universe. And I just find nothing about those two interesting in the slightest. It's just all bad. It's all bad, dude. That's all I can put. So, by the way, with this level, I'm at the point where I am just going to start blind firing way ahead of time to hit this apple, and I almost fucking got it there. Because by the time you see the apple, you cannot react to it fast enough. Fuck. That was stupid. But you know, my girlfriend loves horror movies. She especially loves the really cheesy bad ones. So I still watch them on occasion. But I have yet to see one of those that I really enjoy ever. God damn it, I did the dumb shit where you think you can look ahead of time and actually see the apple before you shoot. That's not how this level works. Dude, I fucking hate this apple. Like, there's no way I can be getting there faster either. It's just... No, I need to be angling higher up. Well, that's that. That's pretty much all I have to say. It's so close. I don't know how I want to handle this. Jump shot? Nope. And maybe if I angled higher, again, I probably would have gotten it. But yeah, Hereditary is good. That's a good one. You know, I've also heard really good things about the Babadook. So, I watched that with my girlfriend, because she was like, no, you don't understand. This is a different one. This isn't the same horror formula. And what it actually was the exact same horror formula, except the ending was slightly different, and just fucking weird. This is just weird. Didn't really make that much sense. Yeah. That's my take on horror. Anyways, we watched Noroi, which is, supposedly, like, again, my girlfriend loves to talk up horror movies and be like, no, this one's gonna be different. There you go, I've done it. What?! What killed me?! The fucking first time I successfully get past the apple, I just die to something not visible on screen? And it was the smack sound effect, too. So, I was killed by a bullet from somewhere. Like, is there a man back here that shot me? I'm confused. Whatever. But yeah, she was like, no, you don't get it, Will. People who are, like, really into horror say that this one is, like, it really changes the game. They really mix it up. So, I trusted it. But, you know, I shouldn't have, because, like, most people who are quote-unquote really into horror are the kind of people who typically really like that formulaic, cheesy shit that I'm not a fan of. It was pretty similar to the exact same formula. I'll say that it was different, but in ways that I don't necessarily think are helpful to the medium or the genre. It was more interesting to watch, just play by play, because there were moments of pure wackiness that made no fucking sense. But, like, that's really, if I had a complaint with the game, it would just be that a lot of it didn't make any sense. And not in like a, oh, there's mystical magical shit happening, in a just fucking, like, why is any of this happening kind of way. Oh, fuck, dude. Okay. I understand. I think the reason I didn't see the bullet on screen last time was because a particle effect, like, perfectly obscured it. So I'm not gonna hold the game up to that one. That was just unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, maybe, do I want to do spoilers for Noroi? It's a fucking 15-year-old movie at this point. I don't think too many people would be upset if I mentioned things about it. I'm not gonna say, like, every story beat like I did with the the Annabelle movie, but it's because that movie literally has, like, 2 story beats in the entire fucking thing. So, there really isn't that much to talk about outside of those 2 moments. It's really just lady meets bookstore owner. Bookstore owner sacrifices herself for stranger. Those are the 2 key moments. And again, like, throughout... I'm gonna get to Noroi at some point, but throughout the entirety of Annabelle, I was not frightened. I was not spooked or scared. But, my mom and my aunt were absolutely terrified. So, I don't know. I guess it's just not for me. Is the final point to cap that kind of horror movie off. It's just not for me. Because, like, yeah, if you do get scared by those elements in a movie, then, like, it probably doesn't need a good story to keep you engaged, because you're just, like, you're already getting what you paid for. You're getting scared. Fuck! That was close to the end, I think. But, you know, I definitely prefer, like, a coherent, cogent, good story, and that's what Hereditary provides. Maybe not, like, good, like, I don't know, I would say at least the way that Hereditary's story is told is engaging. And there is more to that movie outside of the horror aspect to it. And it's not just, like, a fucking bait and switch either. Like, it isn't, oh, here's stereotypical horror trope, but we tricked ya, that's not actually what's going on. Because, okay, there is a movie that is exactly like that. And I also thought that was a really bad movie. This is horror movie hour. I'm going off. It's another one that I watched pretty recently. Again, at some point I will get to Noroi, which is what started this, but too many side tangents. I'm gonna talk about The Boy, which I think is also in that fucking cinematic horror universe that sucks. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was, is all I'll say. The Boy literally exists as a bait and switch. That is the only fucking thing that makes that movie interesting is, hey, they did the horror formula, except at the last second they flipped it on you. And yes, I will now be spoiling The Boy, because it's another movie with, like, 2 fucking plot points. 2 story beats throughout the entire thing. Here you go. It is... Lady has troubled relationship, so she runs away into a foreign country to house watch for some people. The people have a weird cursed doll. Sound familiar, right? Yes. Okay, get ready for it to be flipped on your head. At the end of the movie, it is revealed that the cursed doll actually has nothing to do with the spooky events that transpire throughout the film. There is actually just a real boy living in the walls of the house. Ooh. Scary, right? That movie also suffers from just plot points that make no fucking sense. Like, things that just felt weird and out of place in the movie. Like, I don't know why any of the lady's fucking history with this abusive relationship had to be in the movie. I don't feel like it added to the movie at all. It just felt, like, awkward and forced. And especially when the fucking... The abusive boyfriend shows up again at the end of the movie. It's just like... why is any of this happening? Like, none of it made sense to me. It just felt very strange. Very strange movie. Very bad movie. Unless you're into that kind of thing. But that is a movie that's sole purpose is the bait and switch. Hereditary is beyond that. Hereditary is just a good fucking movie. It does have a little bit of a, you thought this was gonna go down this way, actually it's going down this way. But beyond that, it's still just a good fucking movie. With an actual interesting story. So that's why I'm not going to say anything about Hereditary's story, because I actually respect it. and think that it should be watched. Ah! I was too impressed with the fact that I shot that apple at, like, the last frame possible that I did not pay attention to the red goo on the ground at all. Fuck, dude. So as much as I have fucked up this level and don't really like that part of it, where you can't see the apple, I think this level is actually pretty fun. And not super misleading. Again, you do have to take a blind shot at an apple you can't see. But outside of that part, I think this level's actually just fun to play. Fuck! Okay, I'm getting back on topic. Let's talk about Noroi. To which I am going to talk about story moments, but it's because it's kind of hard to explain my distaste for parts of the movie without kind of just frame by frame explaining everything that happens, because, like, my biggest complaint with it is I think about, like, 80% of the scenes in the movie, if not more, stand no purpose to progressing the plot or being interesting, even. Like, I don't know, it's just like a series of, ooh, isn't this scary? Isn't what's happening here scary and spooky? And honestly, like, as I'm watching it, not really being that scared, I'm like, no, not really. But, like, I don't know, there's no even, like, cohesiveness to the scary moments. It really is just, like, scary moment after scary moment with, like, no direct and obvious, like, influence that ties it together. Like, okay, so here is where I will start talking about the spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled on Noroi, then maybe this isn't the stream for you. But, okay, so big scary man in Noroi is some, like, ancient fucking demon or something. It's just like an ancient being that used to be summoned to, like, I don't know, wage wars or something? I don't think that was, like, super explained. It's just like these ancient fucking... They said they came from the west. They were ancient wizards that would summon... what was it? I think it's Kagutaba? Kagutaba. I think that's the name of the demon or being or whatever the fuck. Which directly translates to, like, evil tool or, like, tool of destruction or something. I don't remember the kanji. But, yeah, basically, they used to summon this demon to, like, do their evil bidding or whatever the fuck. Wage wars, pillage villages, who fucking cares? It was a tool that they used. And then at some point the tool stopped cooperating, and it was summoned by one of the fucking wizards and just didn't do what it was told. Was actually... How the fuck are you supposed to hit that apple? It betrayed the wizard who summoned it, and whatever. I don't know. I guess that's just kind of like the end of that ancient history that doesn't exist. But they would do these rituals to subdue the evil Kagutaba. And I don't know, he was also in, like, a well or something. They locked him up in a well. I don't remember the specifics too much, but they also aren't really that important. So, that is, like, the main force that's driving all of the spooky events, right? However, most of the spooky events that happen feel like they have no direct connection to this demon at all. Like, okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the specifics. Also, I'm sorry, I can't focus on this game anymore. I am going to be moving on to something else. So we'll continue Catwalk on another day, but, like, these levels are just too fucking hard for me. Let's take a quick break from talking about Noroi and read the names of these levels. Right, we got Marsh. I got that one easily. We got a kanji I don't know. hideout. I don't know the first kanji, but the second kanji is like the kanji you put after someone's title to say like they are this kind of person. So like doctor, for example, is like the medical kanji, and this kanji. So a doctor is isha. This is someone sha. Some kind of person that I don't know. Given there's a samurai sword, I would have to imagine some kind of ninja. I don't know. Assassins. Ruins. Catwalk. Bimu. My katakana's a bit rusty, but yes, Bimu. Lair. Negura? It's just hiragana that I have no idea what it means. I like it. That's like my biggest fucking gap in Japanese knowledge. Well, my biggest gap is grammar. I also just don't know like any fucking words that are typically said in hiragana. I just no idea. Got no knowledge on that. Also, it's fucking hot in my room. Fan on. Fan on. I don't even think the fan is that audible through my microphone, so I should just have it on most of the time. Source. Escape. Escape! I read through katakana like I'm a fucking 3-year-old learning English for the first time. Cliffhanger, cliffside. Bade? Ballet? Is that ballet? Bade? I guess it would have to be ballet. Gatekeeper. Gado? Guard? Hard one. Clearing. Pasu. The light. Oh, it goes beyond? How many levels do areas normally have? I thought it was only 20. No, 22. What a weird number. Did I do all? Wait, yeah, okay, I did do all. Weird. I thought it was 20. Oh. You're hiding in there. It's, Hashigo? Yeah, I have no idea what that means. And I think that's just one kanji. I was gonna say the left is Yama or Sam, but like, yeah, I think that's just one kanji that uses the same radical. And I have no fucking clue what it is. And that's that. That's me terribly reading Japanese that I don't really understand that well. Alright. Let's pick a different game that's easier for me to ignore the game. Oh, I forgot this game crashes every time you close it. Yeah, let's pivot